Working from home sounds awesome. You get to wear what you want, nobody's breathing down your neck, you can listen to music, and you can make yourself a proper lunch. Sounds heavenly. Until your cat starts meowing like there's no tomorrow. Your computer crashes and you have no technical support. Your toddler demands attention now. You find yourself snacking all day and you're gaining weight. You start doing laundry instead of your actual work. You get lonely. And you find yourself sitting and working all day long and being available to your boss and to your clients day and night. So, how to work from home and not lose your mind? How to actually get things done while working from home? In this video, you'll learn the dangers of working from home. I'll share with you what nobody tells you about working from home. And I'll share with you tricks to make your work at home both productive and enjoyable. Hi, I'm Katja. I'm a psychologist and psychotherapist from Slovenia, and I'm here to help you skyrocket your self-esteem. Make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss any of my new videos. Since the coronavirus, people are encouraged to work from home. For some, this is a dream come true. From others, it's far from it. Depends on your character, your lifestyle, and the work itself. Either way, working from home can have its challenges, and your work and you yourself can suffer as a result. So, how can you avoid that and actually be productive? The first step is to set work hours. Set a schedule and stick to it. Think about the time of day when you're usually most productive and schedule your work during that time. Of course, you can mix it up a bit and you can run, let's say, an errand in the middle of the day if you need to. But make sure you have clear boundaries regarding work. Make sure you know consciously when you work and when you have time off. Another thing is to create a morning routine. Having a morning routine will help you transition into work mode faster. Just do the things that you would normally do if you went to the office. For example, set your alarm, make yourself some delicious coffee, open the window and let some fresh air into the room you'll be working in, and get out of your pajamas. Mind you, it doesn't have to be a morning routine. If you, for example, start working in the afternoon, make sure you have a routine in place right before you start working. This will help you get into the work mindset faster. Next, make daily and weekly plans. So write down what's on tomorrow's agenda. The best way to plan is to plan ahead of time. And then when you have a plan, look it over and start with the thing that is the most important and that it will have the most impact on you achieving your goal. As Brian Tracy would say, eat that frog. Next, ask yourself, am I overstimulated or understimulated when working from home? If you're overstimulated, you have too many distractions and you cannot concentrate. You don't have the peace and quiet that you need. For example, your neighbors are being loud, the kids are talking or yelling or arguing, your pet is demanding attention, and so on. So you're overstimulated, you have too many distractions and you cannot really concentrate. Too much is going on. If you're understimulated, on the other hand, you have trouble transitioning from just being at home to actually working from home. You have trouble staying motivated. You feel empty. You feel no excitement, no spark regarding your work. You miss the thrill of simply being around other people, of sharing ideas, and of simply changing the scenery a bit. So, do you tend to get overstimulated or understimulated when working from home? Share with us in the comments below. If you're overstimulated, communicate the situation with those who'll be home with you. Make sure any roommates, siblings, parents, spouses, and kids respect your space during work hours. You may be home, but you're not really available. So, make it clear when you're in the office. Still, keep in mind that when working from home, interruptions are inevitable, especially if you have a family. So, you will be interrupted from time to time. Make sure you take this into account when planning your day and your work. And be kind to yourself and know the limitations of your situation. If, for example, you're a single mom with a 10-month-old daughter and can only work during her nap times, it's simply not realistic to expect yourself to work 8 hours a day. So know your limitations, and be realistic when planning your day or week. Also, turn off the TV and other distractions. So what can you do if you're understimulated? You may have enough time, yet you find yourself without any real motivation for your work. You feel emotionally numb, tired, or emotionally exhausted. So what can you do? Start exploring different ways to become more stimulated. For example, have a coffee or a cigarette break with your coworker. It can be an actual coworker. Call them on Zoom and chat about things other than work. If you don't have coworkers, call a friend and chat for a few minutes. Next, have clear breaks. Don't just get distracted into doing something other than work, but make sure you take a clear break. Make sure you know that you are on a break. And also take active breaks. Rather than just opening YouTube and watching some comfort clips, use your breaks to get away from your desk. Go for a walk outside, do a few exercises, dance to your favorite song, or spend time with others who might also be in the house. Avoid working in places where you normally sleep or relax, such as your bed or the couch. You might be tempted to fall asleep if you work there. Also, if you can, create a workspace. Decide where you'll work. A workspace can be created simply with one desk and a chair and whatever equipment your work requires. Make sure you keep expensive equipment or important documents out of your children's reach. And keep your desk, your workspace decluttered. So don't put any unnecessary objects on your desk. If you don't have a desk and you're working at the kitchen table, make sure you sit somewhere else as you normally would. For example, if you sit on the far left side of the kitchen table when you're drinking coffee or eating lunch and so on, make sure that when you're working, you sit on the other side of the table. This will help you transition into working mode faster. Next, limit your social media use during work hours. Remove all social networks from your bookmarks on your computer. If you aren't expecting any calls, put your phone on silent. Of course, limiting your social media use is a bit tricky if part of your work is managing social media. If that is the case, decide ahead of time what exactly do you want to do on social media and how much time do you plan on doing that. For example, I'll spend the next 30 minutes answering people's comments on YouTube. Or I'll spend the next 2 hours planning and scheduling Facebook posts for the following month. And so on. So decide what exactly you'll be doing on social media and decide how much time are you willing to give yourself to do it. That way you won't get sidetracked. I've mentioned it's good to have a morning routine before you start working. What about when you want to stop working for the day? It's really easy to let your work life bleed into your personal life. So as I mentioned before, you need to know when is the time when you stop working for the day. So clock yourself out, and after that time you are no longer available. Ending your workday with your routine is a great idea as well. End your work, for example, by making a plan for the next day, or going over all the things you've accomplished that day, or giving yourself praise for good work, doing some exercise, and so on. One of the dangers of working from home is becoming lonely. So it's important that you actively interact with others. For example, go for a walk with a friend, call a family member, or hang out with friends via Zoom or FaceTime. Also, when you're not working, make sure you give yourself a break from your phone, your computer, and social media. If you find it hard to part with your phone, make sure you check out this video. If you spend your entire day at home, regardless if you're working or not, you'll start feeling bad. So make sure you leave your home for extended periods of time when you can. Make a point of going out. Get some fresh air, run an errand, meet up with a friend, go for a walk, or go for a trip during the weekends, and so on. Also, schedule physical activity into your daily routine. Exercises during the day will boost your mood and make you feel more energetic and motivated. You'll be much more productive as a result. So here it is, how to work from home and not lose your mind, and at the same time still get the work done. So which of these tricks do you already do, and which of them have you yet to try? And which of them will you try next? Share with us in the comments below. I've also made a video on how to overcome loneliness during the coronavirus, and here it is if you want to check it out. And I've also made a video on how to deal with anxiety due to pandemic. You can check it out here. Do you want to start feeling good about yourself? Do you want to be productive and feel proud of your work and yourself? Subscribe and you'll be able to learn how to skyrocket your self-esteem. You're also very welcome to join my free Facebook group called Skyrocket Your Self-Esteem. I really look forward to seeing you there. Thank you so much for watching and see you soon.